Go.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
So realistically, you're working on a project and you run up to a spot where you hit a brick wall.
Mhm.
And it's your immediate reaction to turn to the person beside you or to go to somebody else and say, hey. Now that person is in their own zone and they're
Right.
working diligently. And to you, it feels urgent, right? Because you're at their spot, but it's really not urgent. So that's the first category of items, urgent. Right, now then, second category is important. You know, there are things that are truly important, and most of the time it is, we have a deadline of the 30th of the month, right? It's important that we hit it, but there's nothing urgent right now, we just have to make sure we go through with it. That make sense? We have things that are both urgent and important. Does that make sense? Those are the things that right then when they happen, you know what we do? We get up out of our chair, we go tap somebody on the shoulder. I need help, we have to get this done right away.
This is great, Bill.
And then we have not urgent or important.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mhm.
This is the best way to set boundaries between you and your employees. So I sit here at my desk all day long with the door open.
Mhm.
People come up and they want to just charm right in and ask me something. And a lot of times I'll ask them, is it urgent or important? You know, and if it's not, and I'm not busy, you know, it's kind of, could be frustrating or it could be positive. You never know which way it's going to go,
Right.
right? But when you know how to interact, so take somebody like Kevin, when he calls up or he walks in the door, he'll walk up and he'll say, hey, I got something that's not urgent or important, do you have time? I can dismiss him immediately. He's not upset, he knows how to communicate with me. And then as soon as I finish, do you know what I'm probably, first person I'm calling back? Kevin Kelly.
Mhm.
Saying, hey, you know what did you need, how can I help? If he walks up and says to me, I got something that's urgent and important, I'm gonna do an immediate evaluation to see whether I have an urgent or an important issue going on, right? Most of the time I don't, I'm working on everything that's important,
Mhm.
but if you have effective communication with other people and you know how to communicate these ideas and then they understand what you're saying,
Mhm.
you'll know whether you should break away.
Gotcha.
Most people walk around thinking everything in
Here we
their
go.
life is urgent,
Yeah.
and you know what? It's not urgent at all. It's only urgent to you. And then you have this distraction that goes on,
Mhm.
and then it causes members of the team to have conflict. Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah.
So when you turn around and say, I'm working on this, and you make a note of it on your to-do list for the day,
Yeah.
and then you get down there, and I'm going to use Sarah or Audra because they're
Mhm.
right at your desk.
Yeah.
Well, if you know that Sarah's making a transition at 3 o'clock to start sending out packages,
Mhm.
and you turn around at 5 minutes to 3 and say, hey, Sarah, I made a list of a couple things today that I need some help with. You got 2 minutes? She would then be open for engagement because you're not just like, oh, bing,
Yeah.
bing. Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Makes a lot of sense.
And when you turn around, and everybody else in the office knows this, you turn around to Sarah and you say, Sarah, I've got an urgent, important issue I need your help with. Wait till you see how she comes to your rescue. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Urgent, important, both, or neither.
Gotcha.
The end.
Go, say that again.
The end.
All right, awesome.